Welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute devotional podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse. Broadcast from the ever-beautiful Sharonville, Ohio, on the sunny side of Cincinnati. Hey, welcome back to Daily Dose Radio. So glad you're joining me today. We're looking at Psalm 33, verses 13 through 17 today. A little bit bigger bite today. These last 2 days we're going to do 5 verses apiece. And we start off with something that sounds kind of familiar. So let me read to you, beginning in verse 13. Oh, and if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. This is what we like to call the Bible Bistro. And if you are a first-timer, also let me let you know that we have a website, my-dailydose.com. You can go there and find all kinds of rich content, links to other social sites, and some blog posts that may be of interest to you. Yes, this is Daily Dose Radio. We're reading from Psalm 33 today, beginning in verse 13. The Lord looketh from heaven, he beholdeth all the sons of men. From the place of his habitation he looketh upon all the inhabitants of the earth. He fashioneth their hearts alike, he considereth all their works. There is no king saved by multitude of an host. A mighty man is not delivered by much strength. And horse is a vain thing for safety, neither shall he deliver any by his great strength. All right, some very interesting components here to this section. The Lord looking down. Now, we ended yesterday, verse 12, the people whom he hath chosen for his own inheritance. And I talked a little bit about the concept and theology of election that's reflected here at the end of 12. But notice that now we go on to the Lord looking upon all the sons of men, not just those that he's chosen, but everybody. He's looking down from heaven. If this sounds familiar, it's because you've heard it before in Psalm 14. There in Psalm 14, verse 2, of course, Psalm 14, verse 1 is famous for that statement, the fool has said in his heart, there is no God. And then in verse 2, we have the Lord looking. He's looking down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there's anybody who understands, anybody who believes in him. So from verse 14 we have, from the place of his habitation he looketh upon all the inhabitants of the earth. He fashioneth their hearts alike. He considereth all their works. So again we go back to this creationist perspective. Who is it that has made man? Has man just evolved from the apes? No. God spoke, and men were. God's work is in creation, and he has fashioned us alike. He's considering our works. And then we have verses 16 and 17, which sort of switch the topic a little bit for us, because now we're going to talk about safety here. So Lord is looking down from heaven upon us. That's sort of a different perspective than what we have in 16 and 17. And now we're going to talk about safety here on the earth. There is no king saved by a multitude of an host. Did you hear those words? No king saved by a multitude of an host. Doesn't matter how big your army is, you are not going to be saved by that army. A mighty man is not delivered by as much strength. So what's the point of having a big army or having great strength if you're a mighty man if it's really not going to be the thing to save you? What is? Let's look at 17. An horse is a vain thing for safety. Well, you mean I can't even trust in the strength of my battle beast? I can't trust in the strength of a mighty man? I can't trust in the strength of a great host? Nope. What are we going to trust in then? Neither shall he be delivered by his great strength. So the horse is a vain thing for safety, and even the strength of the horse is not enough to save or to make safe. What is? Well, we're going to find out tomorrow, so come back. Come back tomorrow. We'll look at verses 18 through 22 on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. I'm David Smith. The music today has been performed by the Bluegrass Experiment. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you next time on Daily Dose Radio.